Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. It's Mistress the Mediator. And today I want to talk about the celebrity dad. The celebrity dad only comes around on special occasions. Christmas, birthday, graduation, and the list goes on. He doesn't view parenting as a full-time job. He comes and goes as he pleases. He's the man who likes to live vicariously through his children and shows up in those moments where he can share the spotlight and receive recognition, validation, and accolades for his children's achievements. The one posting about prom and graduation and Christmas on social media, but he is nowhere to be found the rest of the year. He is self-absorbed, sometimes narcissistic, self-interested, and spends his time running the streets or overworking himself to maintain resources so that he can attract other women. The celebrity dad will pull up with a big grin on his face, dripping his midlife crisis juice all over the imaginary red carpet, which is your driveway, as his children celebrate his arrival. This is why I call him the celebrity dad. He's not a celebrity at all. He just likes to be in the spotlight and on the scene when he feels as though he can make a moment about himself. And he also loves the fact that his children celebrate his arrival without even thinking about the consequences of his departure. The celebrity dad is inconsistent. He shows his children in a very subconscious way that it is okay to accept love that is inconsistent, unreliable, and that it comes in doses. It is okay to be abandoned and ignored most of the time, and that they have to do tricks, magic tricks and stunts, or they're not worthy of attention, they're not worthy of love and affection, they're not worthy of compliments, they're not worthy of help, they're not worthy unless they're accomplishing something. This is what he's essentially teaching. And so they grow up to become people pleasers. They grow up to be attracted to lovers who leave them longing. Because what the children experience in childhood essentially rolls over into their relationships in adulthood. The celebrity dad will claim that he's an active dad because people have witnessed him being present for the victorious moments. But don't be fooled. The celebrity dad, again, is concerned about himself, what he has going on. He's that dad that hasn't been around, but he goes and, he hasn't been providing for the children. And if he has, there have been mostly breadcrumbs. But he has all the money in the world to travel, to go out on dates with other women, to make other families. He has all the money in the world to have the flyest clothes and buy himself something luxurious, like a car, a motorcycle. He has all of the money in the world to run and maintain a business, but he is the guy that will be the first person to complain about being on child support and act as if he doesn't realize that he has been financially, emotionally, mentally, and physically absent for most of his offspring's life. He's oblivious and he lacks accountability. The celebrity dad is the same guy who would end up getting sick, or he would become, maybe poor, Not in all cases, but it's just an example. He is the same man who would start to reach out to his children when he sees them doing great as adults, so he can do the same thing, share the spotlight, share the benefits. And he would all of a sudden become this active father when it's all too late. His children barely need him anymore. They've accepted the fact that he only comes around on occasions. And they still hold on to this love and this longing. So they celebrate him when they see him, because they've been conditioned to be okay with abandonment. They've been conditioned to celebrate the absent parent and take the one that is mostly involved for granted. This has become the norm. So again, the celebrity dad will become sick, or he would lose out on something in life, maybe become broke, hospitalized, or just elderly. And now all of a sudden he wants to pay his children attention. Now all of a sudden he wants to come around and rebuild the relationship. After the children are 20 and 30 and 40 years old, he wants to be involved. And I know this is going to ruffle so many peacock feathers. I know some people might not like me after this. And guess what? In this day and age, we can't even worry about being liked. The only thing we can worry about is spreading truth and letting other people know, future generations, past generations, whatever, letting people know that they're not alone and someone understands their struggle. You can say, okay, that's an isolated incident. That was your dad. That was his dad. No, it is a lot of people's dad. And we're blaming mothers. We're blaming the parent who stayed. You know, I'm not saying that women don't do this kind of stuff, but it's just not, it's a lot more rare for women. So anyway, before you start to be on the defensive about this, let's just be in touch with reality. And the celebrity dad will face karma, because the universe does not reward anyone who has abandoned their responsibilities, created lives, and abandoned those people, little innocent lives that didn't ask to be here. You know, you create them. You have all the fun in the world that it takes to create them, and then you just think you're supposed to drop the ball, disappear, and occupy yourself with everything else except for your children that you created. So men who can take accountability, men who are willing to admit that they know a lot of men like that, or they themselves are those men, you will continue to evolve in life. Because you cannot grow without recognition. You cannot grow without accepting the blame. You cannot grow without accountability. You won't move 1 inch forward. So everyone who wants to be in denial about this, you know, you can click off, you can subscribe somewhere else, but this is going to be a truth-telling moment. The celebrity dad is not a celebrity at all. The celebrity dad will face the ultimate karma. And the rose-colored glasses come off, and they realize that this person really neglected them. And they had to make things happen without this person. So why would they turn around and spend their money, their time, their energy, or anything to take care of someone who could care less about their existence? And that's all I want to say for today. I thank you for joining me. I hope that you got something from this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.